Hello YouTube. So today I'm going to be building a PC for my little lab, and well, I could just use a laptop, but I thought I have so much old hardware lying around, I may as well just put one together, a dedicated PC for that. So I've scrounged up some old hardware. We have a Corsair CX720M 750 watt power supply. That's way overkill, but I had it laying around, so why not use it? And I have I've got a riser on this actually. Let's just remove that. That's a 1050 Ti low profile MSI graphics card. I'm not sure if I'll be using this because the motherboard that I'm using actually has some integrated graphics, I think. So I might just stick with that because I don't really need a lot of graphical performance for this. Then we have a bunch of RAM. We've got some HyperX, we've got some G.Skill, we've got some Crucial, plenty of RAM. Might as well just stock up again, since I just have it laying around. I might as well just stock up on RAM and throw in. I think it can take 32 gigabytes. I won't need it, but what the hell. We've got Kingston SSD, just 120 gig. That should be plenty. I've got some hard drives lying around as well, so I'll probably throw in like a 1 terabyte hard drive beside this. So this will just be the boot drive. And let's just move this over here. We have a pretty dirty fractal design case. I don't remember the model of this, but yeah, this should be fine. M-ATX, actually very big for an M-ATX case, but I think it's just M-ATX. Let me just have a look around the back. Yeah. So we'll be using that. I probably need to find some fans. I'm not sure if there's any fans in there right now. And then we have motherboards. First of all, we have this old one over here. I don't think I'll be using that. I like to keep that spare for certain things because it's not running a UEFI BIOS, which means that some older plug-in cards that have their own BIOS, I've had issues with accessing the BIOS, like on old RAID cards, on newer boards with the UEFI BIOS, because the BIOS on the card doesn't actually show up before the UEFI BIOS boots, and then that's an issue. So I think I'll keep that spare, but we might need the CPU in there because it's got an older CPU than I'm planning to use, and we might need to do a BIOS update on the board that I'm actually going to use. The CPU I'll be using will be coming from this board here, and well, I could just use this board, you think? Well, I cooked this board. I'm not sure how. I don't know if this shows up. Down here, there's a burnt track. When I tried to turn this on once, for some reason there was a lot of amps was being pulled through this wire that's supposed to start the system, and it burned and delaminated, so this board is dead. But hopefully the CPU in it is still good, so I'll need to get that out. That should be, I'm not sure, I think it's AMD FX 8320E. It might be an 8370E, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, 8 cores, 2.1 gigahertz boost to almost 4 gigahertz or something. Plenty of power for what I need, because really this computer is just for browsing like spec sheets, and then maybe doing a little bit of ESP, Arduino, and Arduino development, stuff like that. Capturing a little bit of video. Well, with an 8-core CPU, we should easily be able to capture 1080p, especially since we're not capturing gaming or anything, we're just capturing a desktop or whatever. The motherboard I'm actually planning to use is this one. That's the only new component, although I bought it a while ago and I haven't opened it till now. And the reason I say we may need to BIOS update this to get the CPU working is this box is so old that it advertises being compatible with the Phenom 2 6-core. That's a really old processor. I mean, I had a Phenom 2 system that I retired 6 years ago. So, and I had it for at least 2 or 3 years at that time or something. So, I mean, we're talking, yeah, like 8, 9, maybe even 10-year-old architecture. So, but it should support the newer FX processors as well. So, but we might need to BIOS update it depending on how long this has been sitting on a shelf somewhere. So let's have a look at that. The first thing we're going to do is trying to make a quick build outside of the box. Of course, some of these older components we have back there, especially the CPU coolers and stuff, needs cleaning, but we'll just do a quick test fit to see that this actually works, it boots, etc. before we start installing everything in the case, because that'll be make everything a lot more annoying to deal with. Sorry for the noise there. So let's just set this up right about here and get this CPU that I'm planning to use out of here. Let's see if we can get this to, oh, that's actually, oh, yeah, that's not great. It pulled it out of the socket without me releasing the tension arm. That sometimes happens. Okay, this is really stuck on there. Oh god. There we go. Hopefully we didn't damage anything. I need to clean this up a little bit, but let's see if we can't find a model number here. It doesn't specifically say. It has some sort of model number rather than the actual name of the CPU. I don't know if you can read that. Probably not, but it says FD832E, so I think it's the 8320E model, I would think. So let's get this popped right in here. So as always, we find the notch on the socket and on the CPU, which should be there. That doesn't feel like it's dropping in. So I hope I didn't bend anything when I pulled it out of the socket. There's a slight bend on a few pins right here, but I'm kind of thinking that's so slight that it should be able to drop in anyway, especially if we kind of just drag it from this side. Yeah, that side is struggling. So those pins are out of alignment, so let's just see if we can get, doesn't really look like I can really get focus on this. Maybe. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a few pins right here that's slightly bent. Very, very slightly. And I mean, so slightly that I really think I should be able to drop it in regardless. There we go. Now it kind of snapped in. Good. So we'll lock that down. So now we need to clean off the thermal paste. I mean, I could test boot it with the old stuff, but that's not. If it works, I won't be pulling this again, so let's just hope that it does. So a little bit of alcohol, and on the heatsink as well. Well, that's pretty caked up there. I'll need more alcohol to loosen up. So I think I did the same thing to this system as I did to yeah, if you saw my recent video about cleaning your computers, and I mentioned I just used the pre-applied thermal paste on the stock heatsink, which you really shouldn't do because it's crap. Anyway, let's try and center this a little bit better. There. So that's what we want. So we'll give it a bit of paste here. Might be a little bit too much, but honestly, the whole thing, oh, if you put too much on, it'll insulate and won't work, yada yada yada. You really have to put on a lot for that to be the case. It's not something that just happens because you put on a drop or two too much. You really have to smother it on there for that to be the case. Now this mounting system should click this over on this side, and then keeping that in there. Let's see, get that down there, mush the thermal paste around a little bit, and see if we can push that on there, and then this just snaps like that, and we should be good to go with the CPU anyway. And the cooler, just kind of put this wire this way around to keep it out of the way, and then we'll pop in some RAM. Let's go this set because I'm not actually sure what size these are. I mean, the G.Skill set is definitely 8 gigabytes per stick, so that's 32 in overall. This set though says 8GX, which might indicate that it's 8 gigabytes, but it's sold in a kit of 2, so it might be for the total kit. I'm not sure yet, so yeah, I'll just see how it goes. I'm not sure which slots we're supposed to use. Honestly, I don't think it matters on this platform. Some platforms where you have to use the slots in a specific order, but I don't remember that ever being an issue on any of my AM3 systems. There we go. And finally, just some power. Remember, it has onboard audio, and we don't need to. It's a boot right now, so we don't need to connect the boot drive. We just need some power to see if it will turn on and show something on screen. Use the onboard graphics, and then everything should be fine. So I'll pop that in there, and now I just need to go and find a screen. So jump cut. So we have a screen over here, and let's just move that up a tiny bit. Now I just need to turn on the power. There's apparently no LEDs that lights up on this board. Or my power supply is dead. We'll never know, or we'll know in a little bit. And then I just need to figure out which buttons or which pins I should short here. It looks like these two. Oh, the fan starts spinning. See if we get anything on screen, and we did. New CPU is inserted. 8320E, 8 core, RAM. Didn't see the RAM. Anyway, we don't have a boot device, so that doesn't matter. Now we just need to clean up everything, because we're dealing with used hardware. So I need to clean up the heatsink, I need to clean up the case, and then we can put it all together. So I don't want to bother you with the cleaning, so I'll be back when I'm ready to actually build it in the case. Okay, so it's fairly clean now. Most of it anyway. Might not need that graphics card, so get that out of the way. That's the old thingamajig. What took the longest to get ready here was actually finding my little box of PC screws. I had hid that somewhere far away, as aka in the basement. So that took a little while. Anyway, let's get this moved slightly here. So here we have the case, the Arc Mini R2, apparently, at least that's what the model says on the bottom here. This screen. I have a couple of other screens, at least two screens, and one of them will be actually a TV, so I can hook up like my Commodore stuff and so on to that as well. And then I don't know if this will fit besides that on the shelf, or otherwise I have a smaller, like 17-inch 4x3 aspect ratio. Anyways, let's see the fans. Let's put those to max. Okay, so the LED does not light up, so that's the wrong way around. But it does sound like it's booting, and if it is, we should get something on screen. fairly soon. Unless I plugged something in the wrong way here. No? Okay, so that's an issue. I did test boot it before I put it in there. And we did get a picture from the onboard. So why is that not happening now? Is it my screen that's the issue? That might be. That's just not waking up probably. Oh, come on. Unfortunately new. Let's just try unplugging it. Damn it. Oh well, let's see if we can force a reboot here. And I don't think there's any like diagnostics or anything on this board that'll tell me what's wrong. Oh, there it goes. Let's just try that one more time to make sure there's nothing too dodgy going on. Hopefully it was just a one-time thing. Yes, it does seem to come again. Let's see if we can get into the BIOS. Nope. Too slow. If these are even connected. They are wireless, so sometimes for these to work, probably you have to make sure that they're in the right USB port. Otherwise they might not. Oh, there we go. Then we will probably see me using this PC in some future video once it moves into my lab, but I won't bother you with moving it in and installing Windows and so on. That's not really. This was a build, not a how to install Windows and so on. It was just a quick build, and really, other than running around looking for screws and cables and stuff that I should have had ready beforehand. If I'd had all that stuff ready, I mean, including cleaning it and stuff, I could have popped this together in less than an hour, probably 45 minutes. So yeah, and I had all the parts lying around. Anyways, that's it. That's gonna be my lab computer for the foreseeable future. So if you like this video, hit that like button and preferably that subscribe button as well. And until next time, take care.